Though I have thoroughly enjoyed reviewing all of the Daniel Craig Bond movies, it is quite a relief to be reviewing the clothing of Pierce Brosnan's Bond. There's an elegance about his suits, the fabric, and the man wearing them that was just not present with Daniel Craig. I'm not a hater of the Craig era, nor all of his slim suits, but his look and his fit were frequently controversial, occasionally sharp, and intermittently comically bad. In Tomorrow Never Dies, the second of Brosnan's Bond movies, two key elements are retained from the movie GoldenEye. The clothing designer Lindy Hemming and Brioni, the Italian menswear couture house. Brioni produced gobsmackingly expensive off-the-rack suits, and even more expensive tailor-made models. But despite being Italian, there are certain British elements to their cut that makes the suits suitable for a British spy. Unlike the Neapolitan cut, they have structured shoulders, and while they do retain a nice slim waist, they often use British fabrics in their tailoring, giving them the best of both worlds. Hi, I'm Michael, and welcome to my channel for the love of suits. If you're new here, we try to find inspiration on how to dress well from the best dressed men on the screen. We drop a new video every Wednesday and shorts throughout the week, so please like and subscribe, it really helps my channel. Hemming decided to keep the style of the previous Bond movie. Bond enters wearing a single-breasted, three-button, three-piece suit in dark blue from Brioni, made from a British cloth. As with the previous movie, Brosnan is exemplary in displaying the perfect suit fit for any man. As ever, it helps to be a model or an actor and have the perfect build to display the suit like a living mannequin. But that doesn't matter, the details are important. The key to any jacket is firstly to have the shoulders fit. The sleeve head, the top of the sleeve, should fall from the jacket shoulder exactly where the top of your arm finishes, and you can see how well it fits here. If the shoulders of the jacket were wider, there will be an empty, puffy look in this area, which will not look good, particularly when you move your arms. And if the shoulder of the jacket was too narrow, it would be uncomfortable and look like you had outgrown it and not bothered to replace it. Style may last forever, but jackets don't. The length of the jacket is important too. Over the years, trendy designers have played with jacket lengths to create new styles and sell more clothes. Decades ago, the perfect length was settled on for a very good reason. It's what looks best on a gentleman, allowing enough fabric to drape and flow while you move, giving you a manly yet elegant stride. And of course to cover your backside. The perfect length for a jacket should end in a cupped hand, where your arms are held straight by your sides. If it goes down past where your fingers begin, then it's too long, and has been the trend in recent years. If it falls only down as far as your wrist, then it is too short and the whole suit is unbalanced. A three-button jacket may seem a little old-fashioned to some these days. In fact, you might have a hard time finding one off the rack. 2 buttons is the standard these days. But Bond pulls it off fabulously well here, and proves that you should not worry about trends or standards, but wear what you like and what suits you best. The vest adds to his elegance, and his slim figure allows him to not have a single crease in it, unlike mine. When it comes to trousers, I think there's a lot more leg room for options. You can have pleats or no pleats, you can have cuffs or turn-ups if you choose. In the case of this movie, Brosnan's Bond has gone for a slightly slimmer fit in the leg from the previous movie, but not what we would refer to as slim fit, with a single pleat. A pleat is a fold in the fabric at the waist running down the leg. Its function is to allow you more room while walking or sitting. We don't see much of his trousers here, but you can rest assured it is as well fitting as the rest of the suit. I think pleats on trousers look elegant and classic. However, I never wear them myself, they just don't look good on me. That is why we have so many styles to choose from. Not everything looks good on everybody. He has the standard Bond white shirt. He's always dressed for undercover work as a businessman working in international imports and exports. And again, an excellent choice of necktie. This time more of a rust-coloured pattern necktie. And while in GoldenEye he wore a black overcoat, in this movie he dons a dark camel peak lapel Chesterfield cashmere overcoat. It's an excellent example of why men should wear long overcoats. While there are reasons to wear slightly shorter coats in some situations, when you're wearing an overcoat with a suit, a longer coat looks best and will protect your suit from the elements. However, I feel like the previous movie, the shoulders are also oversized and look a little puffy and empty and not quite right. And while many of the Bond tuxes look similar, this one definitely stands out as unique. Brioni based this model on a 1930s dinner jacket. That means very structured shoulders, a hallmark of Brioni anyway, and extremely wide lapels for a Bond dinner jacket. I think the lapels are striking and he can certainly carry them off with style. The vest underneath is a double-breasted style vest with a shawl lapel. Another nice touch we don't often see in Bond black tie. The trousers are flat with no cuffs. It's a great example of how even within the strict dress code of black tie, there is so much room for variation. And who says you can't relax in a tux? And to complement the dark blue suit, 007 has a charcoal grey suit. It is a two-piece three-button suit with notched lapels and made from a textured fabric. Again, most likely a British fabric. He has on a pale blue shirt with French cuffs and a burgundy necktie. This suit is the most expensive in the movie on account of them making 17 backup suits, as it has to live through quite a lot of action. A dark grey suit with a nice texture to the fabric is one that can be dressed up or down. We see it here as Bond is dressed for business perfectly. But wearing an open neck shirt with no tie or a darker shirt can dress it down and make it feel more relaxed, and an outfit to be worn by someone who enjoys wearing suits rather than someone who is forced to wear them for the office. And he has on his Omega Seamaster. And with this shirt, I'm in a bit of a quandary. While Brosnan's suits fit perfectly, this is the end of the 90s and his shirt is definitely oversized and looking a little sloppy. And take it from someone who's lived in a very hot climate for decades that you do not need this much space inside your shirt to keep cool. The blue colour suits the linen fabric, and the untucked shirt is good for hot weather. However, it looks a little on the long side to me. And I think Daniel Craig nailed Bond's casual wardrobe in the movies. If you're looking for inspiration on how to dress well for hot climates in casual wear, check out any of my reviews on Daniel Craig's movies right here. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure somebody will, but I believe this is only the third time Commander Bond has dressed in full naval regalia. Sean Connery dressed for a meeting with M in You Only Live Twice, and Roger Moore wore a naval uniform in The Spy Who Loved Me. And worth a mention is the Bond obsession with Chairman Mao. From Dr. No to Spectre, Bond villains are frequently shown wearing a Mao or Nehru-style jacket, and no exception for the villain Carver, played by the excellent Jonathan Pryce. I must admit, when I saw this movie in the cinema, I was quite unconvinced by a media magnate being a supervillain, obsessed with controlling the world. Well, that was then, and this is now. And Carver is another minimalist monster, wearing only one item of clothing, although he very likely has a dozen identical suits. And while it may seem like a cost-effective wardrobe, whether in the movie or reality, Carver is wearing Kenzo shoes and a Prada polo neck shirt underneath. A monochrome wardrobe is always a good option, and black is the easiest monochrome to pull off. Carver may be a villain, and black suits the mood of the movie, but it can come across as artistic or cool, and all black can be worn by many different people in different situations. Thank you for watching to the end, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next Wednesday with a new video.